Guys, I'm gonna teach you guys how to make at least 100 or $200 every single day on the stock market, and I will show you the trades I took today to do the same thing. Now, Fridays are by far gonna be the easiest day to make 100 or $200 a day, and I'm gonna show you why. Today, I'm going to teach you how to sell a call. You heard that right, sell a call, not buy a call, right? Usually when you're buying a call, right, you want price to go up, right? You're saying, Sid, what do you mean sell a car? I can't go into the car dealership and sell a car. Well, yes, you can, because you're the dealer, right? When you sell options, you are the dealer, you are the casinos, and I'm going to teach you how to do it to at least make $100 to $200 every single day. And like I said, let's look at the trades. Okay, let's go over the trades I took today, right? I took 3 trades today, right? And the trades that I'm going to teach you guys how to do, like I said, is selling a 0 DTE call, right? Basically, what a 0 DTE call is, right, is a call that you sell, but you can only hold it for 1 day, right? Usually when you buy or sell a call, you get to pick how much days you want to hold that, right? You can only hold them for a set amount of days, the days that you decide, right? Now, quick explanation what I mean about holding it, right? This is the option chain, and these, right? These numbers are the days you can, the maximum days that you can hold something in, right? So, right, this is 4 days. If you buy calls in this expiration, the maximum days, the maximum amount of time you can hold is 4 days, right? This one right here, right? 10 days. If you buy calls in this expiration, the maximum time you can hold those calls are 10 days, right? We are going to be focusing on the 0 days to expiration, right? Because we just want to hold them for 1 day and be done. We don't want no overnight risk, right? Let's say Trump does something, we kidnap another president or whatever, and the market tanks, right? You don't want the overnight risk, right? So it's better to open it the same day, close it the same day. Now, for my first trade, ASTS, right? This one right here, right? My first trade, I sold the $130 calls, right? And when you sell a call, you want price to go down, right? Now, I'm going to show you that visually on the charts, right? Now, looking at this chart today, what I saw was I saw price just run up huge, right? And as a trader, you know, okay, we started the day around $106, right? We started the day $106. That's what I saw. And we ran up to $120. So if you're starting this low, right, and you see prices running up, I'm an engineer, right? I know when I was in physics class, right, as an engineer, I'm going to draw a rocket, right? If you have a rocket, right, let's draw a rocket. My goodness, this is a horrible. Hold on, I got to redo that. That was a horrible rocket. How the hell you draw a rocket, matter of fact? Watch this. Bro, anyway, I don't care. So, that's not a rocket. We're going to pretend this is a rocket. This is a rocket, right? Let's say this rocket goes all the way up, right? Right. This is a rocket, right? Let's say this rocket goes all the way up. Lifts up. Well, what goes up must come down, right? What goes up must come down. If it goes up violently, if you throw a rock up, it will come down. And this is exactly how I traded it right here, right? What goes up will come down. So I know this is going to come down, right? So what do? I say I want to sell a call because I want a trade that goes downward. And the best thing about selling a call is all it has to do is stay below your strike that you sell, right? So this was a good one, right? I looked at this and say, okay, remember, when you want to sell a call, just pick what strike. The easiest way to sell a call and knowing what strike, just pick which strike you want it to be below, right? I said, okay, this thing ran all the way up here. I think it's at least gonna stay below 130, right? You can pick any strike, the 125, 120, right? I said, I think it's at least, this is the best thing about 0 DTE. I think today it will stay below 130, right? It may do something like this. It may do something like this, then something like that, then back down, right? Something like that, end of the day like that. I don't know what it's gonna do, but I think it's gonna stay below that, right? So I went to trade, right? Step 1, go to trade, right? Step 2, like I said, 0 DTU. We don't want to hold this for 7 days. We don't want to hold this for 14 days, right? 0 days, right? Then I went all the way down here, right? And I sold this one right here. I sold it, right? I sold a call. I said, I think this is going to stay below 130 by the end of the day, right? A quick crash course for you guys. When you're buying a call, right, this is a bid, this is the ask, right? This option chain is not the best example, but I'm going to actually go to a decent option chain real quick and just give you guys a 30-second crash course, right? Like I said, hit me up if you guys need more in-depth explanation, right? Just know that, like, for instance, if you pick this call right here, you can buy this for the ask, right? And you sell calls for the bid, right? So I can buy this for $51, meaning if I buy a call, right? If I buy the 51 call and it goes up, I make money. If I sell this call, right, and it goes down, I make money, right? So if you buy a call, you basically make money while you can make unlimited money, right? All you need is $51 to get in this, and you'll be receiving the delta is 21. So every time this stock goes up $1, you'll be receiving 21 bucks, right? The thing about selling a call, right? If I sell a call for 50 bucks, the most I can make is 50 bucks, right? Which is good, right? 50 bucks for a day. If you get 3 contracts, that's 150. If you get 4 contracts, that's 200 bucks, right? Buying a call, this $51 can make you 10,000. But you need price to aggressively go up. It's hard to know when price is going to aggressively go up. It's better to sell something, right? I just think price is going to stay below $6.95, right? So that's a quick crash course for you guys, right? I don't really want to get into the weeds. Okay, though, back to the trade, right? Went to the 0 days. I said, I think price is at least going to stay below 130, right? So I sold the 130 calls, right? It says 0 and 3 because it's the end of the day, right? So you can't buy these no more. So that's why everything is 0, as you can tell right here, right? Everything's 0. So if you go to 7 days, you'll actually see numbers, right? You'll actually see, right? They're kind of expensive, right? But you'll see them, right? 0 days, these already went. You can't buy them no more, right? So I sold the call, right? The 130 call. I could have picked anything, but I wanted to be conservative. And I received $45 per contract, right? So all it has to do was stay below this. It can do anything it wants to, right? As long as it stays below that, right? It could have done this and it goes down here, boop, 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 45 bucks, right? It could do anything it wants to do. It only has to stay below that. And as you can tell, it stayed below it, so I received the whole profit. Second trade, KTOS. As you can tell, I sold the 135 calls, right? So KTOS, I sold the 135 calls. 135 is right here. So as long as price stays below this, and I saw the same thing, right? My same thinking, right? What goes up must come down, right? Must come down. And you can tell I was wrong. Price continued to kind of trend up, right? Price went way up here because I bought it. I bought my calls. I sold my calls right here. But price went down for a little bit, then back up. The thing about selling calls is so forgiving. I was basically wrong. I thought we'd finish. I thought we'd finish somewhere over here, but I was wrong. But I still was able to make money on this trade, right? I think I closed this for a 50% profit. That's the power of selling calls. It is so forgiving. Even if you're wrong like me, as long as it stays below your strike, you win. And you can do this every single day, right? On individual equities like this or Apple or Nvidia every Friday, but on SPY, as you can tell, you can do this every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? If I go to Monday example, right? Let's go to Monday. Let's go to Monday. So let's say I'm looking at SPY. This is an example for you guys. This is Monday, the 20th of January, right? Let's say Monday, I think SPY is going to go down, right? You could say, all right, I'm going to sell the 695 calls, right? And you're going to receive $50 per contract. You get 100 contracts. You can get as much contracts as you want. Of course, it's going to come with risk, but you can make 1,000. You can make 5,000. You can make $50, right? The least you're going to receive is $50, right? So you receive $50, then you go to the chart and you say, by Friday, right? By Friday, I think it's going to be below this line. And as you can tell, we're trading for 161 right now. So price can basically go way up here, right? And do boop, 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 back down, back up, boop, 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 boom. And you receive 100, you make 100% of your money, right? So it's super forgiving. You could even be wrong like this and still make money. That's why I love selling calls, right? It is the cheat code, right? Looking at my performance, right? I mean, this month, $1,000 in 16 days, right? It's 116 from just doing this, right? I mean, this is as simple as it needs to get, guys, right? I'm not saying this is a lot of money, but shit, it's an extra $1,000 in 16 days. Take your girl out for a steak dinner. Shoot, I will. I need to get married. I'm tired of talking to y'all. But that was a quick video for you guys. If you liked it, right, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Send this to a friend that you think will help. 2026 is your year. Do not forget 2026 is your year. Stop scrolling. Stop doing stuff you're not supposed to do. Stop bullshitting. 2026 will be your year. Get serious about your finances. Get serious about your relationship. Get serious about your relationship with God. Get serious about food. Get serious about everything that pertains to your life. And if you want to get serious about your financial success, hit me up, please. I would love to help you. I will see you on the next one. I do tons of trades.